Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, I'd just like to thank you for today as always. Lord, I'd like to thank you for my buddy John that I got with me here in the pod. Lord, I'm thankful for all the viewers that we get to sit here and listen to us ramble, but try to speak the truth whenever we can. Lord, I ask that you fill our hearts and our minds with you today on the topics that we talk about. Lord, thank you for forgiving us for all of our sins, and in Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Skeptics Podcast. This is episode 53. Coming in probably at a weird angle. I kind of had to move the camera around, so I don't really know how this looks, but
that'll be good.
we definitely need a new stand. We need some upgrades up in here, guys, if you know what I mean. Speaking of upgrades now, John Boy, how you doing?
It's like you're segueing into something. I'm upgrading. Well, I am.
That's it.
Surprise, surprise. You didn't think you was going to get me. Or you thought you was going to get me. Excuse me, you're not.
That's it.
I can't be got.
I
All
got
right.
you.
I'm getting tires. Upgrading my tires, actually.
Sick.
Feeling pretty good about
To
it.
the same tires.
To
Is
the
it an
same
upgrade?
tires. Yes, it is. I'm going to have way more tread.
True.
So that's an upgrade.
True.
I'm excited about that. The guy at the tire shop, I thought he was going to have a heart attack. He literally hits me with one of these. Like I don't already know. This was so funny, actually. He says, let me shop around. He said, I have a couple different warehouses I use, and depending, he said, you'd be amazed the price differences. He says, like right here, I already found one, $79 cheaper per tire. I said, hell yeah, brother.
That's
And
awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to that
And
guy.
so he shopped around for him. He goes, you want to sit down? And I thought it's because it's taken a while. I said, yeah. I almost walked off.
for to hit you with the number.
Yeah. But I didn't. So I literally was about to walk off. It was so funny. And he goes, I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll go sit down. And he goes, all right, I'm going to hit you with the number. And I'm like, oh, like that would have been actually funny if I'd have just took a hike. But either way,
Right.
he hits me. Should I say the real cost of the tires?
Sure.
Oh,
I don't care. We're always honest on here.
I will preface that I've saved up a little bit. Like,
Well, I don't even know you got to preface that.
I mean,
It don't matter what nobody else thinks about what you do with your money.
not that I had to. I'm not trying to flex,
Well, you just flexed. You said I didn't have to
but
save up.
I wanna make that the point is good to save for things.
Yep.
Okay, but he hits me with the. He said they're going to be 22 out the door, and I'm like,
No, they're 17s.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I said, I'll be by next week then, and he was like, okay. He said, 1 second, let me get my notebook.
Yeah.
He's like, and he got my name and my number, and he wrote down. He said, I'll put down your quote too. He said, so that when
Yeah.
you come back by, that we won't have any problems. It'll be like, here's the price. I said,
Yeah.
perfect. And
Is that just for the tires, or then put everything else on it?
that's tires, mounted, balanced.
That seems like that was cheaper than the last time you got them. Because I thought the last time was like $2,500, wasn't it?
Well, I bought 5 tires last time.
Oh, that's right.
This is
That's
4
right.
tires.
That's right.
Yeah. But it comes with a free alignment.
Yeah.
So,
They do that now.
well, no, I went to a different shop.
Oh, you didn't go to discount?
No.
Oh.
I heard bad
Interesting.
So they tore up my brother's rims. So I'm going to my OG shop, the shop I used to do all my business at.
Gotcha.
So
Cool.
and so they
Well.
do that same thing, free alignment with the tire. And their guy there, I'll say this. My dad, he used to know the old owner, now it's a new owner, but there's a guy out there and he's like a drag racer,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll get you freaking dialed in.
Right.
He'll get you dialed from what my dad was telling me. And so I'll have to let him know my tires ain't perfect. Get them as close as you can, and he'll
Right.
dial it in.
Cool.
So, yeah, I'm excited about those tires. Man, it makes you feel good. Even though at first I was like, but, you know,
Yeah.
the prices of being cool.
That's it, dude.
So-
Cool, calm, collected, baby. Triple C.
The triple C.
The triple C, dude.
Is that
Not
Matthew?
the triple K,
Chill.
even though they sound the same.
Chill, brother.
Just think about it. They same the same sound. C and K make the same sound.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. All right. John Boy, hit us with our topic today.
All right, so I seen something here recently. That was funny, but I seen something here recently. I was scrolling online, and I'm like, oh, here's a good conspiracy. I wonder what Dylan would think about this. said, did you see that video that came out of an object, a UFO, alien object? I'm emphasizing this for fun.
Okay, I was making sure we weren't talking about like aliens jumping the border.
No.
Gotcha.
Like outer space type stuff.
Okay.
Or maybe under the oceans. That's a new popular one.
That's a very popular one.
But there's something flying, and they shoot it with a missile.
Oh, I have
and the
seen
missile
this.
bounces off.
I have seen this.
What are your thoughts? This alien stuff. Because I've already got what I like just started disproving it with, which I don't like have any like proof.
Mm-hmm.
Which goes into a whole different topic I thought about us covering, but I was talking and somebody else at work had showed it to me, and they were like, dude, have you seen this?
This is the one that's like looks like it's under thermal or
yeah,
something
yeah,
of
yeah,
that nature.
yeah. And I couldn't get a good look at it.
I couldn't either.
And there's something that like gets knocked off supposedly, but it's still traveling at the same
Right.
speed. And I was talking to this guy about it, and he's like, man, what are you thinking? You know, and he's hitting me with all his theories, really cracking me up. And I said, you want my honest opinion? I said, I think that's something that Lockheed Martin or one of these guys, these big top dogs, has produced. Dead serious. This is what I'm on. And they wanted to test it.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think they sent it out there with the intentions of people trying to shoot it down. Dead serious.
I agree.
So my idea now is that they're like, what's the best way to test this stuff? Because I think it could have been unmanned. I think we're to the point now that some of these things are so fast that you can't put a human in there.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay, so imagine it's like all these guys are sitting around and they're like, how are we going to test this? What's the best way? And what's the best way for it to not ever get traced back to us if something was to go wrong?
Yeah.
All right, here's the plan. We're going to have it unmarked.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be screaming, and we're going to send it where we know they're going to find it. And then they're going to send something after it. And we did. We sent one of our jets after it, and they shoot it with a Hellfire missile, correct?
We sent one of our jets with it.
I think.
Yes.
Or like America was like, shoot it down.
But we're the ones that made it.
Yeah.
And
no,
I'm with you.
So these guys secretly knowing
Oh, yeah.
that we're gonna try and shoot it down.
Yeah.
So then, whether it could be an inside job, I don't know. So like, I don't know if the high ups with the military knew, and they were like, all right, we'll be ready so that when y'all send it out, I'll have planes ready.
Yeah.
To try and shoot this down.
Yeah.
That could have happened.
Yeah,
or
for
they
sure.
don't know at all, and they're like, get it.
Yeah.
But these guys, they say, let's send it out, and let's see what it's got. Missile bounces off.
Right.
And they're like, success.
Yeah. Count it as clear.
Bingo.
That's it.
We got them.
Yeah.
Russia doesn't have a chance.
I think we're at this point now. So I agree with everything you said. I definitely think that's what it is.
You really? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I think at this point.
Yeah.
So if anybody doesn't know, I'm a big movie guy.
Oh, this guy loves the movies.
I love movies.
Yeah.
And there was a movie that's changed my perspective on this whole look about
Whoa.
everything. And it's called Moonfall.
Moonfall.
That's what it's called. And I don't want to spoil the movie, but a part of the movie is...
Spoiler alert. Let's just throw one out there.
Yeah, I guess, but it's kind of spoilered from the very start. There's definitely an advanced technology out there.
Yeah.
Now, the question is always who built the technology.
Yeah.
But I think now we're at this point to where we can do it. And I think they slightly want it to get released. Because if no other country can do it, and they're rather thinking two things, they're like, that's an alien, or we better get our crap together because the U.S. has got something like that.
Well, I think they want to prove it first. So I think they released the video proving that this thing has had a missile bounce off, which, by the way, I don't even understand that. How did it not detonate on impact? That's the only thing that's throwing me off.
It's
rigged.
No. I don't think it's even rigged.
Bro, what am I thinking? That sounds perfect to me now.
NASA's already came out and essentially said this part, that I'm trying to remember. So I went to an aerospace convention not a month ago, and NASA spoke there. NASA's going to put a nuclear reactor on the moon. NASA said this word for word at this thing. They wanted to do that. Now, why? I don't know. I think once you put something there, then you can claim it's yours, and then everybody starts fighting over the moon.
I know. I can't tell anybody about my space idea. I've got the best idea to make money.
But they have this propulsion technology
that
I think we could essentially probably make a UFO at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And now whether we got that technology from somewhere else or we just had some smart minds that can be able to come up and do it.
I think it was all done here.
And I think if you have the ability to be able to do this, you can somehow harness that ability to where it just bounces an object completely off of you. Because it's not like it hits something and it trajects it. It's like imagine a strong force of wind catches it and then throws it around.
Yeet.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. And I don't... The day that it becomes so mainstream is going to be the day where some like wicked stuff starts happening. Because you're going to be able to like supersonic fly over like Las Vegas and blow it up and then just take off. And you don't even realize anybody even realizes they're there.
Right.
At that point. So,
do you think anybody else has anything as high tech as what we've got?
As high tech?
Yeah.
As of now, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
And the only reason I say no
Yep.
is not because that I actually think that we're just that much better than other countries. Is have you ever heard of any other country ever talk about UFOs?
No.
Ever.
No.
Like, I don't know if I've ever heard.
You know, there's a big UFO conspiracy stuff around New Jersey.
Yeah. So it's like, that's probably where they think they're coming out of the water or something like that. Right outside New Jersey.
I can't remember.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
I don't know. There's a lot of supposed alien activity up there.
Yeah, but if
especially back in the day,
there was a video that recently came out that looked very cheesy.
Oh.
And it was like a UFO that was coming up behind the middle of some clouds, and it was huge. And I'm like,
I hate cheeseball crap.
I'm like, if you saw that in real life,
yeah.
I was like, that would be mainstream.
Yeah.
If like
Sean Ryan would have an episode on it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So the UFO thing, the older I've got, is I just don't know if I'm not discrediting that there could be aliens out there, because I think the universe is just so big that we'll never know. It will if it's as big as everybody says it is. If it is that big, then yes.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll ever be able to know. Okay. The only thing that confuses me about that is,
come on.
As a believer in Jesus, why would Jesus put another type of being on this earth? If it's like just as intelligent as us, if not smarter, but it's not going to heaven, unless they do go to heaven. And then there's the whole spiritual side of this, where people think aliens are like angels, which is that's a very interesting theory, because apparently there was like and somebody looked this up and put it in the comments, and there was like a UFO that was sighted. Like, I think it was the day before or the day after 9/11. Like, it flying behind Twin Towers. And they were like, maybe that's an angel that's trying to warn them or save a couple of them or whatever it is. And they were trying to link it to some whole spiritual things. But
I don't know about all that. Seems fishy.
I don't know about all that either. But I think after I watched the Bob Lazar, have you ever watched that Bob Lazar on Joe Rogan? It's probably one of Joe Rogan's biggest podcasts ever. It's like, he's done a couple of them. I think probably 3 of them, and they're all like 3 hours long. But apparently this is a guy that worked at Area 51.
Okay.
And he goes through and he kind of tells his whole story, and he's an older fella now, but he's never missed a lick. Like he says the same thing every single time through every story.
Yeah.
And at this point, you don't really hear about him much anymore, because I'm sure he's probably laying in the dirt with his amount of people that talk crap on the backside of it.
Well, not even that, but also just like, story. I mean, you only got so many stories. Like, I've only got 25 years of stories. Once I tell you all 25 years worth of story,
yeah, but
you've heard them.
But what if you're continuously telling a story to try to get a result out of it? It's like why we always bring up the Epstein list, is because you still want to get a result out of it.
Right, but the thing with it is like, kind of like the Epstein files. I think they're cooked.
Well, they may be, but you still hope.
And we'll see. We'll see what happens.
That they
because
do come up.
Like that poor guy. Who is it? I can't think of his name right now, which is terrible. I showed you a picture yesterday. He looks scared to death. You
about what?
About he's the director. He's
Kash Patel.
Kash Patel.
The poor guy.
My goodness. I mean, don't get me wrong. All of these people that's up in these positions, I mean, like,
somebody's got a gun.
Like it's taken a long time for you to get to these places. Most likely, like I
ain't buying it.
I don't know how many of them just jumped up there.
I ain't buying it.
What do you mean you ain't buying it?
I I think at this point,
Yeah.
there's a handful of them that was placed there because they knew that they were going to comply.
Yeah. Well, there's some of them I think that are scapegoats. I think like they may have put him in there, knowing that like this is it for him. This is it. This is the end of his career. Like, pretty much what we're gonna do is we're gonna put you in here, but you're gonna be set.
Right.
We'll hook you up, but this is gonna cook your career. And they're like,
yeah, probably.
They're like, oh, okay.
I
Cool.
wonder how could you be okay with that though? Like Dan Bongino.
You like money
So like Dan Bongino
more
was
than you
like
do morals.
before he was even Dan Bongino, to my understanding, was not even in any kind of government or political realm before he was in the position he is now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. I didn't watch a whole lot of Dan, but I knew he was a big far right wing, or I say far right wing. That's probably not the right word. Probably just common sense guy. And when he gets out of that position now, dude, he will be like the least credible guy on the team because he was like the number one that was fighting for all this stuff, and now he's just falling back on all of this stuff. I don't understand how you could live with yourself unless you have a gun held to your head and they're going to like take out your family. Then I can understand.
Yeah.
But
I mean, what if that's going on though?
well,
What if these poor bastards are being held?
then at what point does Boston Tea Party 2.0 start? This is what I always say.
Yeah, but who kicks it off? Do they kick it off? Does the people?
No, they won't be able to kick it off. That's like the
That's
reason.
kind of
that's
kind of bull. That's
know-
kind of bull.
You know how we talked about the time before? We were like, what would have happened if Trump would have ended up getting shot?
Yeah.
And you were like, I think some people would have rioted like on the White House or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like done some damage.
Yeah.
And you were like, well, the government's going to F you up.
Yeah.
The right, if doing those things
Yeah.
was the right thing to do,
Yeah.
Boston Tea Party wise,
Yeah.
after Trump had like that, then it would be the individual's job in the government that's the snipers on the building to be like, I'm not shooting those guys because they're right. Because that's how the revolution would start. You would have to be able to convince the guys that's protecting the guy that you're protecting the wrong guy.
Here's the deal with that, though. Here's the problem with that. There's so many guys
Oh, absolutely.
who believe that that's just their job.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. Yes, there's certain things like you just like once you do it or you see it or you live it. There's no unliving it. Once you've lived it, you can't unlive it.
Right.
But there's some guys who are just like, that's my job.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's why.
And they would do it no matter what. They don't care whether what side they're on, whether they're right or wrong. They do it for either side.
Yeah.
They'd shoot you in the back for this side, then go the next side come along, they'd shoot you in the back for them too. They're like, it's a job.
Well, that's why before, like, that was kind of one of my issues with the whole mindset of the military. Was like, if you come to my house one day and you tell me to give stuff up, I don't care what kind of clothes you got on. It's not going to happen. Like, if you came to my house and you were like, you're going to give up all your guns, you're no longer on my side anymore. And I love veterans, and I think the military is awesome.
Yeah.
And I pray that they're always on the side of we the people and not we the government.
Yeah.
Even though the government obviously is a huge part of it. But that's just the thing you got to hope when
I don't know.
when
I
that
think,
time comes.
I think there's a lot of them that's normal cats because, like, you hear about it, or I do. I don't know if you do, but I hear about it every year whenever it's like, my people are like on hold. They're waiting to see if the budget gets passed, yes or no. Because that literally, if the budget doesn't pass, their paychecks get held up. My people who are in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, don't get me wrong. It's funny because you think about it and you're like, I hope they make the right choice. That right there, people are making choices quick. If they're like, oh, we ain't getting paid? Nah,
Yeah.
fam. They're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
They're like, you can figure that out.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
No, I agree with that. And we've talked about it on here before too.
yeah.
The everyday goer
Yeah.
that works at the CIA is probably a good person. They're just trying to do their job and protect the government or technically protect the people.
Protect the country.
Protect the country.
We should say it that way.
And I'm sure the everyday analyst that goes in there to work is probably a good guy, just probably trying to provide for his family. But then it's the guys like Dick Cheney that's the one that's like, bomb that country, and then we can go to war with that country, and obviously we're going to win.
Yeah.
We're the big dogs.
Big dog.
So,
yeah.
Sorry.
Man, so let me ask you this. Now, we're getting off on a little bit of a tangent, but we're going to. So here we go.
Conspiracy theory time right here.
Well, I'm just wondering, like, so you think your average analyst that goes and they worked for the CIA, I feel like they definitely got something that they're gunning for. Because there's too many people that I hear about that, like, if you want to do something big time, if you want to be big timing, so like if you want to be an analyst for the CIA, which I would assume is hard to get, that's probably going to be a harder to get position.
I don't know.
Then
the CIA recruits on Instagram now.
I know, it's pretty cool, actually. I ain't even going to lie. And so I thought it was cool, but do you really think that he's just like, oh, this is I'm helping my country and I want to provide for my family? Or do you think it's more like, dude, I'm going to be famous for busting the next Saddam?
I don't think they're thinking that.
They're thinking, watch this. I'm going to find a terrorist organization. I'm going to shut them down.
Well, maybe they're thinking that within the CIA, within the group they work with.
Yeah.
But when they leave, I don't think they're thinking that because, like...
You don't think so? I'm a guy who's all in. Like, that would consume my life. Like, if I went to do that, it would be like, that's all I would think about.
Well, right. But also, it's like a lot of those people don't ever get credit for that stuff. It's like when who was it? Was it Trump? Now I'm going crazy. Was it Trump or was it Obama that was like, we killed bin Laden, he's dead, or was that another guy that he was saying like that? Or it was Obama, I think, wasn't it? Didn't we kill? Oh,
yeah.
When that happened,
yeah.
And Obama just came in and was like, bin Laden's dead, and then walked out or whatever. I can't remember it exactly, but all this to say is Obama didn't go up there and say, I would like to thank Robert the analyst for finding bin Laden and blah, blah, blah. This guy this analyst is sitting there back at CIA. Now, he might get a raise within the CIA group, but he's not famous. He's not famous.
Right.
It's like, think about all these dudes, this top-tier dudes going out there and doing fighting stuff, and the only ones that's famous right now are the ones that's kind of essentially turned out to be frauds in a way. I mean, you got like Tim Kennedy.
On that front,
and I can't confirm or deny all that stuff because I don't know the dude. I haven't read his book. I don't know all that crap.
Right.
But
the most recent one that everybody's been talking smack about, first off, most of these guys, when you start to find out, have similar issues. Okay? So, it's like Chad Wright, who I know I've referenced recently quite a bit, but he said he was so sick of seeing his veteran brothers and sisters like destroying each other, to make money and like gain popularity. He was like you lose a certain level of cred with him when you're going to make a career out of destroying other people. Now, there's a difference between destroying or trying to like destroy this person and bringing bad to light. Like, that's different.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I agree.
Okay. So I do want to make that distinction.
I agree.
That's for real.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of guys, and you got to think it's the same thing. Like, imagine all of a sudden you're a young guy and you have the world at your fingertips. You're making more money than most all other young guys. You have more like authority than you could ever imagine. You're pretty much making life and death calls for other people across the world. Like, you're kind of hot stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
And now you're that mic.
It just went erect. If y'all have never looked up the definition of hard, go do it. It's hilarious.
It was funny.
It was great.
We went through like a whole list.
Yeah, we were talking about like what makes things hard, and not hard in that way, but it ended up coming back to it.
Yeah, it was super funny.
Yeah.
We're a couple of big kids.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how life is the best.
But at the same time, one of the most recent ones, John McPhee, which you weren't a fan of, which is fine. I seen where he'd come out and did like a podcast with somebody else who'd come and interviewed him, and I'm assuming that it's around all the stuff that's just recently come out about him that was negative, and he was like, I said that. He said I didn't give everybody the details about my life. He said, but I told you I was an a-hole, and I told you I wasn't the best guy. He said I never lied about that.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, I didn't go on Joe Rogan and say, oh, I'm a super nice guy, done a bunch of nice things.
Yeah.
He said, no, I had a terrible childhood. I was a mean person.
Right.
People didn't like me in the Army. Nobody liked me. He said, I'm still a jerk. And it's like, I don't know. It's like, how are you gonna like and you can go back and watch that. He's got his receipts, dog.
Yeah.
You can see where he was like, all I've ever done was what I wanted to do in my life.
Right.
And he said, yes, looking back now, some of that I shouldn't have done.
Right.
But I've done it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm still not great.
Yeah.
He was like, so if you hate me, you hate me.
Yeah. That's so Greg Doucette.
Yeah.
Dr. Greg.
Dr. Greg.
I watched a video of him today talking about Ozempic, and he was talking about the exact same thing essentially. He was like, when you tell the truth in public, he goes, people can't make fun of you for anything anymore. He goes, they're like, oh, Greg's on HRT. He's like, yeah, I am. He was like, I've said this 10 jillion times. Yeah. He was like, now, if I was and I said I wasn't, then everybody's going to be like, oh, Dr. Greg's on HRT or whatever. Yeah. But it can be like that with anything.
Yeah.
So that's why you just got to be like, I don't think there's really there's not that bad of a ending if you, especially if we're going to be public like this, if you like telling the truth of just about everything. Now, you don't have to tell everything.
Right.
You don't have to tell some things that ain't going to be matter to the situation if you want to try to keep them back. But I mean, that's why I'm an open book on everything, because it's like people come to me and say I've done all kind of bad stuff, and you're like, yeah, I have. And you're like, but I don't define myself from that anymore.
See this? So this is a perfect little ramble segue into my next point. And I asked myself, do I want to talk about it on the pod or do I want to talk about it not on the pod? Because it's about the pod.
A conspiracy about the pod?
No, not a conspiracy, just a fact.
We're not getting paid by nobody. So let's go ahead and make that clear.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Who's got a fat checkbook?
Sponsored by Jesus Christ.
Dang.
Yeah.
All right, no sponsors. We already got one.
No sponsors. We already got one.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
But
it's like sponsored by Smith & Wesson.
Yeah, all of a sudden the next episode we got a pistol right here.
Yeah, you're like, oh snap.
It's like
you can't believe there's not that one person that's like, they must be sponsored by Apple. Dylan's got his iPhone on the thing all the time.
Well, I'm just thinking it'd be funny if like you do the whole pod and you get to the end and you're like, oh, by the way, I don't know if you've seen this giant revolver. Like,
yeah.
Just happened to be here.
That's funny. But what you got about the pod?
Okay, about the pod. I just wanted to make it known real quick. Okay? If anybody's watching this, oh, here we go. If anybody's watching this and they want to like come at me or you, please do down in the comments. But you love
not honest.
You love facts. You love how I always throw that in there though. That's a perfect little like.
Go to the comments?
Yeah, hit me in the comments, please.
Oh, dude, I love comments.
I know, but it's like I find slick ways to do it every episode.
Yeah.
I'm having a lot of fun with that. But how do I want to say this? We come to you with the best information that we find. Okay, this guy does a ton of research compared to me. All right, and I just wanted to cover this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Most of what I say is based off of opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That even goes for you. I mean, there's a bulk
of course
of things that you say that's opinion based. Okay, we don't have a team researching stuff.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. So, if you're watching this and you're like, oh, this, that, and the other, get in the comments. Let us know.
That's right.
We're regular guys still right now. Goodness, I almost didn't get that one out.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
Thought I was a snake for a second.
Yeah.
But, so right now we're still, we're regular guys. We do regular stuff. We have things going on outside.
We're doing this in a shed.
Yeah. Okay. So, if you want to come at me and be like, ooh, I found this out and y'all didn't do all your research, this, that, and the other, please do it. Keep me up in the comments and let me know. I would love to hear about it, and I'd love to get some more facts. Drop some links to where you found your information so that us and the other people can get that, because
and we'll even follow it up like in the next podcast
for sure.
Like we'll be like, shout out to
Randy 549. You know,
Randy Weaver.
He hit a. I say Randy all the time, but hit me up. You know, in the comments, and we'll get to that. Maybe. I'm not going to promise we'll cover it, but if we think it's good stuff, we'll cover it. Especially if you link some stuff for us to see, please. Well, we'll check it out.
That's right, dude.
But
because I'll get in them comments.
Oh yeah. So I just wanted to cover that though. Like, we're not doing like an insane amount. Like, we're not doing 20 hours of research to come in here and talk about aliens today.
Yeah.
We're giving you just honest, two American dudes.
Yeah.
What we've got. All right.
True.
We're giving you the best of what we got. So we're not coming in here lollygagging it. Like, it's not just like, hey man, what you see on Instagram real quick? Okay, that's what okay, let's talk about that real quick.
Right.
No, like, we do discuss, but
so I got a somewhat kind of conspiracy theory, unless you were going somewhere.
no, I'm done with that. I just wanted to get that out.
Okay. Perfect segue.
All right.
It wasn't really, but still. Did you happen to see that Jimmy Kimmel got canceled?
Yes, I did see that.
Okay, so now he's back.
Yes.
Vivek Ramaswamy
Okay.
made a statement on Instagram 21 minutes ago
Oh.
saying, I saw that Alex Jones and Nick Fuentes is all their stuff's getting taken off of YouTube right now.
Yeah.
It's like you can't even make I'm pretty sure both their channels have been banned forever. But it's like if I make a video, if I'm like interviewing Nick or interviewing Alex, they're instantly getting taken down right now.
Right.
And everybody's saying it's a violation of our right of freedom to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And for one, let me ask you for one on the Jimmy Kimmel thing.
Yeah.
He essentially just said something about Charlie Kirk that was kind of a flat out lie, and it was kind of disrespectful. Is the reason why he ended up getting kicked off, and then he ended up coming back. What do you think? Was it a violation of our freedom of speech for Jimmy Kimmel to get kicked off?
Technically, so we talked about this a little bit, but kind of.
Did we already talk about this on the last pod?
A little bit, yeah.
Because about Jimmy Kimmel?
I think.
Oh, my bad.
But the only reason why I said it is because just because we covered. Yeah, I do remember us talking about this because we covered the fact that it's like.
No, I don't think we didn't.
NBC has the right to fire.
Yes.
And I said that. I said, like, they're a privately owned entity.
Right.
So they can do whatever they want.
Right.
So whether you like it, you don't like it, they can do what they want to do.
Right.
Yes, technically it is, though. Like,
yeah.
Because imagine, perfect example, imagine they shut down Charlie Kirk's videos.
Right.
He said a lot of stuff people didn't like.
Yeah.
Lots and lots.
Yeah.
So
would there be a distinguished? This is actually a good thought because I don't know, because I've seen a lot of people on the right that's like, no, it's not anything against our freedom of speech. He said that they can fire him, whatever. And then it's like then we just go right into this Nick Fuentes thing and Alex Jones with getting kicked off of YouTube.
Yeah.
And in the same way, I guess they're getting fired. So that's the thing I'm wondering about though.
So they're not fired though. They're just like banned.
Yeah, but they make money off of YouTube though.
Well, they did.
Right. So is it we've established if you work under a private label that you can be kicked off and you can be fired for anything. Let's just make that clear. Yeah. Anything in the world.
Yeah.
With YouTube, is it different?
No.
But you just said they're not working for YouTube though.
No, but YouTube. So I think.
See, that's the part I struggle with though.
Well, I think whenever you make a channel or an account with YouTube where you can make videos and watch videos.
Right.
And it's got the privacy and terms and privacy, and you scroll all the way down, you click I agree. You check mark the box and you say, okay. In that fine print, I'm sure it says that they have the right to promote or demote or do whatever they want to do with your content because they...
Just because?
Well, your video lives on their hardware.
Right. No, I understand that.
So,
but I'm trying
so they have the ability to control that content because you are freely putting it on their hardware.
So I guess it all really just matters up to, did you disobey their guidelines?
Yeah, did you break the guidelines?
So, but like on the thing with, did Jimmy break any guidelines?
With NBC?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to try and find out.
I guess that's the logical thing is, because I don't know either. I mean, because I didn't like what he said, but I don't think he was like instigating violence or anything from what he said. So, but then it's like,
but here's
I don't think Alex Jones and them are instigating violence either.
I don't think Nick is. Alex, I don't know that guy.
The violence against what though is my thing.
I'd have to like watch some of his content, but I know he says crazy stuff.
Well, Nick says the N-word.
I know,
but he still doesn't say anything violent though.
Right, but I know Alex Jones has.
I don't know.
Talking about different politicians and stuff, and whether you like politicians, or not.
Like you should do something to him.
Well, I think he says like not that. I don't think he's trying to call anybody to, but I think he is like saying like somebody needs to do something about it. And that's all it takes for some of these people.
But you think that means something violent though? Because I've heard PBD say that before. That somebody needs to do something about it.
It's the way you talk about it though, man. It's the way you talk about it.
Man, that gets fishy though, dude.
No, because if PBD comes out and he says, and they have a whole talk about doing things the right way and through diplomacy, and going through the right channels.
Okay.
And then he says somebody needs to do something about that because so-and-so isn't. Okay. All the context to that statement was about doing it through the proper systems and channels. Versus like Alex Jones coming out and being like, these people are doing, bad stuff and they're trafficking humans and this and that and they need to be sent to hell and you need to...
Well, a lot of people said that. Steven Crowder says that all the time.
And something about them needing to die, and then like that paints a different picture.
I hear a lot of people say that though, dude. Like there's people in the Daily Wire that says that all the time.
I know, but you know why Alex Jones got like straight up banned, right? Like the main thing that like got him on all this trouble.
Like the original?
Yeah. It's the whole thing.
That 9/11, something like that.
No, when he had to go to court and everything, it was about the Sandy Hook school shooting.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's been a long time.
And so, like that's what tanked him. That's what tanked him.
But was he wrong?
Yes.
Like I don't remember that.
He said it was a conspiracy. He said it was all made up, and that these families was out to get money. He said it was all fake.
Huh.
And these families were upset because they genuinely lost their children.
Oh, okay.
And so they had to go to court over it because, like, some of them, I'm sure, just want to live their life. But
so it was the people that brought it up against. Because originally that's not what I heard. It wasn't that the people that brought it up against Alex that had a problem. It was like some part of the financial system or some part of the what's the word here? I don't want to say government, but I guess that's the best word, is the one that brought that up against him. That was like, you're inciting a conspiracy against this. I didn't know it was the people that was like...
No, I mean, it may have been, but I just know they were there. Like, they had to get those people involved because they are the ones that, like, he was against.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I think he's still paying on that, too.
I think so.
Pretty sure, because it was like it's a massive amount of money.
Right.
That's what it was.
But, like, when all that went down, everybody cut ties. because that's bad.
I definitely don't agree with that. I mean, if people went up there and justified, I don't agree with Alex. But again, is that something to? Is that a reason to kick someone off the internet?
I mean, do you want my personal opinion, or do you want just thinking it through?
Like if you and Jesus were sitting down having a conversation about it right now, like what would he say? Because he obviously has all the answers to everything. and if you ask him, like if you were sitting down with Jesus,
I think he would not want it on there.
Interesting.
Because the families that he was covering so much on, talking about how this stuff was fake and stuff, like, as well as other people who was believing that, like, that's bad.
Yeah, I look at it from the other side though. I look at it from you'll end up making a fool of yourself without even trying then, because then everybody just sees you and you're like, oh, he's wrong, he's a loser.
Yeah, but the problem is when you have people who start to believe and like follow you.
Well, you'll have that with no matter what. I can say that I believe that dog down there is Jesus, and there will be eventually a handful of people that's like, dude, Dylan's dog knows.
I know, but you're not. It's not a problem until it starts affecting like on a massive scale.
Oh yeah, no, I do agree with that, but that could be with anything.
Like imagine you get a whole bunch of people to follow you about your dog being Jesus,
right?
And you're like, we need to shut down Judge Sonia because this is
no cats.
This is the new Israel.
Right. No, I'm with you.
And so imagine you shut down Judd and y'all like barricade the roads and stuff. Well, that's a problem. Somebody needs to handle that.
Right.
So imagine if before it gets to that point, they see it escalating, and they go, "All right, we're going to step in because it's escalating."
You know what we ought to start doing?
What's that?
Just now, nobody stole our idea. we ought to start going out there and getting like firsthand experience what happened. Some things that's like happened around. It's like how often do you nowadays like I don't want to bring up the Charlie Kirk thing again. I'm trying to think of something else. Oh, like the tragic thing that happened to that girl on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why doesn't at least one person go find somebody else that rather saw the start of the incident, the ending of the incident, was there the whole time, that would be willing to talk? Like there had to be somebody walking on the train station and saw that guy get out of there with that weapon that had blood on it. And there's got to be somebody that's willing to talk. I just don't understand why nobody interviews those guys.
I'm sure somebody tries.
You just don't think they want to?
Yeah, or they struggle to find the people. Like imagine that happens and then me and you fly up there.
Well, it's like
how are you going to find them?
Oh, dude, I'll get the contacts nowadays. It's like the guy that was originally talking to Charlie when that whole incident happened. Why has there not been one interview with that guy yet? Because that guy can tell you, that guy can almost, if he's credible, put a lot of the conspiracies kind of to bed.
Well, so, all right.
I mean,
because there's already, so this is, a lot of that kind of stuff has been proven to be sometimes not super reliable. Like that's already been proven. And that's why, like, these agencies, even the regular police, they need to get multiple eyewitness accounts of what happened because everybody will say something different. Like, that's happened so many, like, there's case studies about this. About, they get a bunch of people together, and then they put them in a situation, and the situation plays out, and they go, okay, what did, the person, like the main person in the situation look like who left? Mm-hmm. And one person will be like, oh, he had a yellow jacket, and the next guy will be like, I had a red jacket. And it's like, he was 6'2", and the next guy will be like, he was 5'8".
Right.
And one guy will be like, I think he had black hair. Like, to get a good
I know.
Like,
yeah.
Eyewitness account is incredibly hard.
I don't think it's really that hard nowadays.
It is.
Because all you would have to do
the
is
video evidence is better than
say-
eyewitness account anymore.
say you took
Because you can watch it for yourself.
Say you took 5 or 10 people, and you were trying to do something about something like that. Eventually, some of those things are going to match up enough to where you can kind of start making some kind of distinguish. Now, I can see if there's only 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like, one dude had a blue shirt on, the other dude's like, dude had a yellow shirt on. But then you get 5 people, and you're like, one dude's like, he had a blue shirt on. The other dude's like, he had a yellow shirt on. And then another guy's like, well, he kind of had a shade of blue on, I think.
Yeah.
And another guy's like, it was kind of bluish green. But that's still kind of pointing a little bit closer towards it was blue versus yellow. If I was able to do it, if I didn't have to go to another job, I would be on the ground on that campus, and I would be asking every person I could find on that campus if they'd be willing to talk to me for 5 minutes if they were there for that instance. Because then you can get so much things. You saw this happen. Do you remember hearing a gunshot? No. You remember hearing a gunshot? Yes. You remember hearing a gunshot? Yes. Which direction did it sound like it come through? Oh, I'm not really sure. Which direction did it come through? Slightly right. What direction did it come from? Oh, maybe a little bit kind of southwest. And then you kind of start piecing all these little pieces together to where you can get a better...
That's what the police do.
Yeah, but I don't think the police are doing that now, though.
What do you mean? They already did
Because
it.
I don't...
Yes,
I don't know,
that's literally their entirety of their job.
Yeah, I know, but it was... I can't confirm nor deny, but I was listening to Candace Owens today, and she called 2 of the people that was on the ground, and she said the cops never even talked to them, and they were closer than like anybody else. So it's like whether she's lying or she's telling the truth, and they didn't want to interview these people.
Well, they're not going to interview everybody. They don't have time to interview 600 people.
No, I know, but if you're the guy that's like 2 foot from him, I would think you would need to be a prime suspect.
So like let's say there's let's say there's 30 people in close proximity.
Yes.
And they interview 5 out of the 30.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then you talk to a different 2 out of the 30.
Right.
They already got 5. They've got more than you talk to.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you still, so my point is...
But just the more information out there for us helps us figure it out. Just like there was a video of somebody getting up and running.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the ones that Candace Owens reached out to. And Candace Owens was like, the cops have not questioned me about anything. And Candace Owens is like, but you have footage of this.
Yeah, but if they already have that same video from somebody else. That's my point.
But why wouldn't you want to track it down to the person that took the video? Because then you ask not
if they already have the video.
But I'm not. But not just the video is what's important. Because why did that person decide to start filming that video?
They were probably filming him talk. You're there.
No. Filming the guy that was running is what I'm saying. Because that's the person. Because the video is right. The video is apparently right after the shot was taken. So you can't hear a gunshot in the video. And then I would like to ask this guy, hey, dude, did you hear a gunshot and then look over that way and start filming that thing? Were you already filming him? Because there's got to be information that dude knows that could be valuable. Now, I'm saying this as somebody that is possibly building different theories on how this happened.
Yeah.
Now, the police already got... From my understanding, they already think they know for a fact what's going to happen. It don't matter to this day if it's going to happen or not. It's like at a certain point, you're not going to keep interviewing 9/11 people because they don't care about what you have to say.
Yeah.
Because 2 planes hit those towers, and them towers beams melted, and then the towers fell. Nobody cares what the other guy on the ground that says it's like, oh no, I heard an explosion before the building fell. No, we don't have to get that. We already made our mind up. The investigation's already over. And if I'm just saying, if I was the investigator and I had the resources to be able to get this information, the people that took the videos is the number 1 people that I'm wanting to talk to first.
Yeah.
Because I want to know what in the world inspired you or what in the world made you take that video. Because it's like if I want to go up and talk to a guy that made a UFO video about this, it seems like they made a UFO video on a camcorder that was made in 1950. And I'm like, okay, what made you think let's go grab this camcorder, then break out my iPhone 17 Pro that could caught all that on camera? And then you can debunk a whole lot of this stuff.
My question always is for these types of discussions, And I'm curious for a lot of people is the why. Why? Why do you
what?
why are you asking all these questions? Why do you want all these people interviewed? Why do you want? Because at what point is it good enough? Like at what point do you reach the point of diminishing return? And what do you personally gain? That's the thing I keep struggling with everybody I've talked to recently about things. I don't understand what people are individually gaining from
knowing the truth.
all these different discussions.
The discussions are had to try to find the truth, though. That's what you're having a discussion for.
But what if they told you the truth? What if they come out and they say, we talked to a bunch of people, we went around, we gathered the data, we caught the guy, here he is.
I would have to see more. I would have to see more evidence that defines that to be the truth.
Why though?
Because I don't trust the government. And nobody here. The world in this day and time is least trustworthy of the government more than they've ever been.
Okay.
And we have the absolute right to do that because we were told that there was Epstein files, and now they never existed.
But my question is though, why wouldn't it like this one? This one seems pretty cut and dry to me.
To me, it doesn't. But
so why? Like I think sometimes people look for more in everything. Like it couldn't. It couldn't have just been what it is.
No, I do believe
it's got to be something deeper.
I do believe that.
And I'm to the point now where I'm so used to that is what I feel like I'm dealing with that it's kind of like I'm skeptical of all this. Like I need to know more. I need to know more. I need to know more. Nah, I'm not at all by means saying go trust the government. They're gonna be your saving grace. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But what I am saying is like there is a point though where like it's just exhausting.
It can be.
And the same thing goes for the other sides too. When people are like,
I think it drives a lot of people though.
Well, but I think I've met and know too many people who it has a negative drive, where
it could be true.
Where it's like it consumes so much of their bandwidth, their thinking, and they have to tell me about it.
Well, yeah,
and it gets to the point where it's like,
well, that's just gonna have to be personal development on their end.
I'm like I don't understand why you bring this up every time I see you. Like yesterday I saw you and you're going to tell me about this again today.
Well, they just want you to believe what they believe.
Like I think you're at an unhealthy point.
Right.
You need some closure, brother, and to let go a little bit.
Yeah. I agree with that too.
So I want to say that as like a warning. Because I don't think you're over the edge. Like I don't think you've gone like off the deep end on like wanting the truth. That's fun. Okay? And I think you're at a healthy spot. But I do think that there's points where it gets unhealthy.
No, I know I completely agree with that, but the thing I think that drives most people, because I think there's a lot of people like me that's not full blown off the edge. Now I would say I'm almost teetering kind of on the edge, but the only reason the other edge hasn't happened is because I don't know what to do about it. That's it. Except try to get in some kind of political office to where you can somewhat try to make a change. Mm-hmm. That's literally it. Because I'm not going to resort to violence. That's not the right thing to do.
Right, that doesn't fix anything.
But for me, I just want to see the truth because I want to see people get held accountable because that gives me hope that there's somebody out there that's trying to do the right thing versus just get destroyed by a bunch of evil things, even though it says in the Bible it's going to happen.
I know, but I feel like that. Like I feel like we're going in cycles though. It's always a cycle. It's a circle, right? We're like imagine whenever JFK stuff went down. Imagine you were alive then, and imagine the guys who had probably a radio show instead of a podcast, and they're talking about this stuff just like me and you are.
Yeah.
And there's guys who are obsessing over it.
Yeah.
And just recently, those files came out, right?
Yep.
And it said that what was released is the facts. Correct? Am I correct?
Yeah, but well, like I said, we're at this time. How do you even know if you believe them?
Right, but my point to that is like like people were probably sitting down having the same
Oh,
similar
for
discussions
sure,
that
dude.
we're
For
having right
sure.
now over that.
Yes, of course.
And so, but they still got on, I'm assuming, with their life.
Well, yeah, of course.
Like, it's like, I don't ever want it to get to the point where it consumes you to the point where you want to go do something crazy about it instead, instead of doing things the right way.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
That's what I think has happened to some of these people that we've been seeing in the news. Is like they get so fed up or they hear so much of this particular story that then it's like, nobody else is doing anything. I need to do something. And then they go do something crazy.
Yeah, you can't.
Instead of trying to do things like a civilized way.
Yeah, you can't do that. Like, look at RFK, for example.
Yeah.
His uncle got shot,
Mm-hmm.
and his dad got shot.
Yeah.
And he didn't resort to violence. He literally worked his way up the ranks, and now he's the leader of our health organization or something to that nature.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think that was his primarily driver, was some corruption killed my family, and I'm going to work my way up the ranks to where I can change at least something. And he just happened to fall really, really good into the health thing.
Right. That's what he believes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it was like I think if you would have got a Cash Patel where that same instance would have happened to me, you'd have a different Cash Patel that's in the office now. Because I don't think he would want to be messed around. And I think his stakes would be a lot lower on what somebody could pull over his head. I think he would just be like, I don't care.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm going to do what I think I need to do. So that's all I'm always hoping for is the truth and accountability, because I think in the end, it's some nature, I think Jesus probably wants the same thing from all of us. It's truth and accountability. He wants us to be true about the things that we sin about and the things we need to get better at and the relationship we need to have with him.
Yeah.
And we need to be accountable for all those things that we have done. If you can't, you're literally not going to heaven. Like, that's literally that if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, when you get up there and he's like, did you push your sister down the stairs? Nope. He's like, well, I'm about to push you down the stairs. So,
yeah.
That's the only thing I'm shooting for is just those two things. Until we get to the point to where I start seeing things that our government does that tries to seem like they justify it, like a START example. You know what would clear a lot of this stuff up?
What?
About these, some people say he hit body armor, went up into his neck, hit his neck, back his neck, whatever, is let's see an autopsy report. It's that simple. Now, I guess you can go in there and you can change all that junk too, but at least we got somewhere. And we get an autopsy report. Then we're like, okay, they did this, blah, 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 blah. Apparently Turning Point USA has some video footage that could help something. But they don't want to give it out. I'm like, well, if you have nothing to hide, then give it out. No problem. And it's like, because all the people that care are not disrespecting Charlie.
Right.
We all want the best for his wife, his kids, and we want to see the person that did it and the people that helped him do it be accountable for it. And it's just like the same thing with his people on the train. There's a lot of PUSSYs that's sitting on that train not doing anything about it. And I think to a certain level, those people need to be accountable for something. I'm not saying that they need to go to jail or anything like that, but you need to get that person straight and say, hey, you let this happen. You need to figure something out. Because we don't need people like you just sitting around doing nothing. So that's it. That's my word advice for everybody out there.
Oh, man. He's going to end on some crazy stuff.
That's it, dude.
Crazy.
That's it. John Boy, leave the people with something.
Leave the people with something. All right, this one's been on my brain, on my heart, so this is what I'm going to leave you with. I know as hard as it is to come by good facts these days and to know what's truth, what's ain't truth, what's real, what ain't real. There's some old stuff, like books and things that's already been recorded, that you can go and find information on. And
there's some that have been burned and you'll never find the information on.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
But there is still things you can find out there, and there still is ways to research. And if you don't like something, do something about it.
Yeah.
So if you think that there's not a good media company out of all the media
Start
companies,
one.
start one.
That's right.
Okay? And if you don't like whatever, start one.
Yeah.
So I would love to see some more businesses in America. You know, and that'll be my challenge to you. If you're listening to this and you think you got something, do something about it. Because there's a lot of people that started from nothing. And
Well, everybody starts from nothing almost.
and they make it big time. So you can do that too. And leave us a comment, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yep.
You know,
Big time rush. All right, guys.
glad to have you.
Great podcast. We're out.